at the beginning of the video, you've seen me do some quick decoupage using the Pentart Decoupage Varnish and Glue in the matte, okay? And I went ahead and used the ITD Collection Rice Paper number R378. And then I painted it with some Dekor chalky paints in the color Country Blue, Cream White, and Poison Green. Alright, so what I'm going to actually show you today is about some of our embossing powders. So the embossing powder is from, I believe you say it Tsukineko, or Tsukineko, and we have 8 colors. So the ones that I have here are the gold, the silver, the sparkle, and this one is called Bridal. Okay, so I want to go ahead and show you now how to use the embossing powder. And one thing I like to use is I have one of the, just a catch tray, so that way once I put on the embossing powder, I can catch it and put it back into the jar, the overage. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is you will need some type of embossing glue, okay? So anyone that you find that you prefer, that you like, you can use. So you do need some type of embossing glue. They come in, this one is a brush style. This one has like a little dauber at the top. And then there's also an ink pad that you can get as well, depending. So you can also do an ink pad. And what I also like is what I like to do is I have the refill of the ink pad. Sometimes I like to just put this in a little porcelain container here and then brush it on in the places that I like, which is maybe an option we can do today. This, like I said, this one does have a brush, but the brush is a little thicker. So we'll play around and see what we like. But let's go ahead and take this flower down here. And what I'm going to do is I will take the brush with the embossing glue. And I don't want it all over the flower. I just kind of want it here in the middle. So we're going to just put, now you're putting down the glue where you want the embossing powder to stick. Whoop! Where you want the embossing powder to stick, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just get the middle of that. Make sure I have the glue on all these little parts here. And then what I'm going to do is, I think maybe we will go ahead and let's try. So this one is actually EP307. This one is the Bridal. So I'm going to now just sprinkle it right on here. Okay. So, as you can see, I just sprinkled it on there. And now I'm going to go ahead and tap off the excess. And this is why I like this particular tray, is because now what I can do is go ahead and not waste anything, right? I can go ahead and put it right back into my jar. So we'll do that. And then you're going to need to do the embossing part. So the embossing part would be to heat this up now. So I'll get my embossing gun out here. And I'm actually going to grab a pair of pliers because the heat will get fairly hot. This is pretty big, but you know, I'm still going to go ahead and hold it. Now, a trick that I have is for you is that you don't want to just go right. Okay, so don't go right at it as soon as you turn on your heat gun, okay, or your embossing gun. I would hold it off to the side, okay, and I will let it heat up first, and then once I feel that it's hot, now I'm going to go right on where I put that. And then you can actually see the powder almost, it's like liquefying. And now it gives that shine there, if you could see that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll put that on there like so. And then let's do this one, EP306, which is Sparkle. Okay, so now I'm going to take my embossing glue again. And I'm going to again paint it here in the middle where I want it. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and take the sparkle this time, and we'll sprinkle that on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and tap off the excess into my tray. I can see that I missed a little bit there, so do put on a little bit more, tap it off, and do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and I'd like to do this as soon, you know, put it back in the jar before I turn the heat gun back on, because I don't want to, you know, blow the excess powder all over the place. And then I'm going to go ahead and once again put this in a pair of pliers. And I'll hold it up this time so you can see it change while I'm doing it. So again, I'm going to hold it off to the side a little bit, let it heat up, which it's already been on, so it's going to heat up a lot faster. And then I'm just going to go ahead and melt that powder. And you will be able to tell when all of the powder is melted. It's really pretty too. So what I thought we could do with this butterfly is do either the silver or the gold, and I'm thinking because these sparkles are reflecting some of like silver reflex, we're gonna go ahead and do this in the silver. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my glue once again. So now you will start to see it change from the powder to, it's like Just a beautiful, if you can see. And again, this is how you can tell, you know, because you could still see where the powder is and where you need to melt it. So you just want to hold the heat on there and get it all melted. And there you go. So now you can really see how that just changed that beautifully. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and do the other side, and I'll be right back. And there you go. Just a quick little tag. The ivory embellishments that I used is the it's the Snip Art 34700. And then if you noticed, I also put some of the 07, so the EP307, which bridal, yes. So I put that on the ivory, and you could see when it hits the lights that it twinkles. So just really quick little tag to show you how to use the Tsukineko. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do try the embossing powders and you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below and we'll be sure to get back to you. But until next time, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.